Hello and welcome back to the News Project Live on GNAT-TV's Facebook page. Excuse me. I'm Andrew McKeever, the news director at GNAT-TV's News Project, and it's a pleasure to have you with us today on Friday, February 5th. Going to do a quick roundup of a few stories and fill you in on what's been going on. Obviously, the main thing we've been following, of course, the vaccine rollout. That continues across the state. The main clinic down here in our area in Bennington County is at the former Southern Vermont College gym. It's being run by the Southwest Vermont Medical Center, excuse me. Um, there's also going to be a satellite vaccine clinic opening today from 10 to 4 at Burton Academy in Manchester. That's going to be uh, in place for the next today and the next 3 Fridays, Fridays only, through the end of February, and I guess then we'll find out if that's going to be extended. In terms of the numbers, so far, a little over 58,000 Vermonters have been vaccinated as of this morning. That represents a little bit more than 10% of the entire state population. And in Bennington County, that's actually the numbers are even a little bit better than that. About 11% of the county's population has received at least one dose of the vaccine. That's the second highest in the state after Chittenden County. And of course, that comes as the case numbers in Bennington are still fairly high. Uh, Today at the governor's press conference, which is still going on, we're going to rejoin that in a moment. Um, there's going to be another testing site opening at some point soon, perhaps as early as next week, to serve the northern end of the county. Also, ski areas are going to be involved as well in that. That was discussed today. Um, Dr. Mark Levine, the health commissioner for the state, talked about the fact that in Bennington County, the main reason seems to be general community spread. Family gatherings in early December seem to have triggered that. But as of now, hospitalizations at SVMC have started to stabilize. Statewide, there are 55 folks who are hospitalized with COVID. There were 107 new cases reported today. That's a decrease, kind of from the trend. We're 165 on Thursday, 129 on Wednesday. So hopefully that's the sort of a good trend. 26 of those new cases were in Bennington County, where down here we've had 312 cases in the past 2 weeks. And again, that's the second highest total number after Chittenden County, which had 17 new cases and 414 over the past 2 weeks. Um, so we'll keep following the vaccine rollout, and hopefully supplies will start to be more ample, and that pace can accelerate even further. The governor also announced that high school winter sports competition can begin next week. That would be basketball, hockey, broomball, volleyball. There'll be only two games per 7 day period, and at least 3 days in between. No spectators will be allowed. Just the team members, coaches, and staff. The games can be live streamed, so maybe folks will be able to watch them that way. There will be more guidance posted on the Department of Health website by next Monday about all of this. Education Secretary Dan French also spoke, reporting on a survey that had gone out about how things were going with remote learning. And as you might expect, they're noticing some declines in academic proficiency, not by any means across the board. The main points, though, seem to be the social and emotional uh, relationships that seem to be suffering the most. And this seemed to be an ongoing thing that keeps getting worse the longer the pandemic goes on. Um, Also, following up on the breach at the data breach at the Department of Labor, you probably all heard about this by now, but Manchester Journal is reporting today that the Department of Labor discovered a number of 1099 tax forms that were sent to unemployment claimants were incorrectly addressed and contained other confidential information like social security or tax identification numbers. So some people received the wrong forms, and the governor has appointed an advisor as a deputy to the Labor Commissioner Michael Harrington and a task force to work through this problem. They clearly were very concerned about all that information going out there inappropriately. So we'll be following that story too. Quite a big one. Obviously, if you're one of the folks who received one of those, you want to return the form. Basically, contact the Department of Labor. Just real quick, the Southern Vermont Communications Union District had a meeting earlier this week and heard a report from a consulting team that they've been working with. General upshot of that, again, the Bennington Banner has a long and very good story about this, so I'll just summarize it briefly here, but basically suggesting that the CUD look to partner with the Deerfield Valley CUD or maybe another CUD and look to maybe create some sort of partnership with Consolidated Communications, the internet provider that was the big winner in the December reverse auction. And they received, let's see, I believe about $19 million altogether in subsidies for, this is federal money, for Vermont locations that would include about 3 million or so for connections in Bennington County. So maybe the CUD and Consolidated Communications will be teaming up to bring broadband service to folks who are underserved. Town meetings coming up. We talked a little bit about that last week. You'll want to just double check with your town clerks or your town website to see the dates of your online information meetings. Most are doing them at the same time as usual, Monday evening before the Tuesday voting would normally take place, but some are not. So you just want to double check to make sure you don't miss them. You can mail your ballots back in, but you want to make sure you get it to them before Tuesday, March 2nd. Votes won't be counted after that point, so you can also drop them off in person or vote in person the same way as normal, but we are encouraging the mail-in. Finally, Super Bowl Sunday coming up. Should be a lot of fun, should be a good game. But as the governor and health commissioner Levine said many times during their press conference, no large family gatherings, please. They want you all to have fun, but figure out a way to do it so that the community spread situation doesn't get aggravated by it. All right. So that's what we got for you today. Thanks again for being with us. Hope you have a good weekend coming up, and we'll see you again next Friday. Take care.